What's up, XDefiant fans? It is Preach as always. So, one of the things I put on my post launch wishlist video that I posted a few days before the launch of XDefiant is something that I think I have changed my mind on. Another YouTuber that I have been watching for over a decade briefly discussed his sentiment on why he doesn't think this feature should ever come to XDefiant, and I must admit, I believe he has changed my mind. But before we get into what feature that is and who it was that changed my mind, if you guys enjoyed this video, you already know what to do. Smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new here, and turn those bell notifications on if you want to know every time I post a new video. Okay, I won't hold you off any longer. The Codfather himself, Blame Truth, posted this video titled Call of Duty Players Are Trying to Ruin XDefiant. Please stop. I understand that Blame Truth is a polarizing figure in the first person shooter community because he has a massive fan base, while he also has a massive amount of detractors who say he is always negative and refuses to be happy or compliment the games he is playing and discussing. However, that has not always been the case and is not the case with XDefiant. I, however, have always found him to be very honest in his reviews to the point that even when I disagree with a take, it doesn't bother me because I know, just like me, he just wants these games to be better. I have a few favorite YouTubers who bring out different styles of videos, but I find their honesty is what draws me in, such as Exclusive Ace, Nero Cinema, and Blame Truth. None of them sugarcoat the truth or their opinions and are willing to stand by them, and I want to make that a firm foundation of this channel. Part of that involves being able to admit when you may have been wrong or when someone presents a really good case for something and changes your mind. That is what has happened for me this week during Blame Truth's video, and I know you are all waiting patiently to find out what on earth I am talking about, so I'm going to go ahead and get to it, and I will give an opposing view as well, so hold off on yelling at me in the comments until you hear my opposing view. In my original post-launch wish list, my number 4 wish was to see kill streaks or score streaks added into XDefiant. My initial reasoning was that to me, that is how you reward a player for collecting points or kills without dying for extended periods of time. And it would certainly do that, and for that reason, it could be a potentially really rewarding feature to add into the game. However, the point that Blame Truth brought up is that there's a really high probability that adding in kill streaks to the game would prevent players from playing for the actual in-game objective that must be completed to win the game. Honestly, I think this is a fantastic point because we see how players play for their streaks in Call of Duty, hiding in corners, camping away from the objective, and playing selfishly for a high kill game with no intent to help their team win. This works fine in Call of Duty, but XDefiant was truly designed with objective-based game modes in mind, and on top of that, it was designed with a faster paced play in mind. This is why we can't go completely prone within the game. The developers seem to want to keep the movement and the pace of the game flowing quickly and naturally, and that honestly works pretty well as is. If you add in score streaks, you run the risk of players camping back trying their best to go on those streaks instead of progressing the objective. If it is 1 or 2 players playing this way, no big deal probably. But if it becomes 3 or 4 per team, this is going to slow the speed of the game down to a snail's pace. Imagine finishing scores of Escort being 42% to 37% because instead of getting on the package, everybody just sat behind it going for kill streaks. The end of the match comes around and the 2 guys who got their streaks drop 80 kills, but you stayed in forever in this lobby for nobody to even advance the objective at all. I love kill streaks in Call of Duty when they work right, that is. Kill streaks have been kind of lame for the past couple of years, but an AC-130 from back in the day, or my personal favorite 3-streak combo, the Blackbird, Chopper Gunner, and Dogs from Black Ops 1. I love those because they made a huge impact on the map and felt really rewarding. If I started a match 11-0, there was a good chance I was getting 40 plus kills and a TDM to 75 every time. They were so powerful and impactful, but even then, the chopper without the dogs just led to people going inside and hiding from it. The dogs were the key because they would run inside and take them out anyway. Now, I do want to clarify something about playing the objective that Blame Truth and I discussed in his comments on this video, and I should throw a screenshot of that up. And that is that you don't have to be the one standing on the objective to be helping progress the objective. to play around the objective, getting kills that prevent the enemy from getting there or prevent the enemy from killing your teammates that are on the objective is a crucial way to play the game. Kill streaks could absolutely be used in this way if the developers were to make streaks with objective play in mind instead of purely just for adding to a player's kill total at the end of the game. But even streaks that get kills can really do a lot to help a team control an objective point, because if the enemy team are constantly in the respawn screen, it is pretty hard to fight for the objective. Maybe even a streak that speeds up or slows down the package and escort, depending on whether you are on offense or defense, could be a cool option. Either way, in the long run, I am honestly okay with streaks being added, but I'm also okay if they are never added. What I really wanted to do with this video is share this alternative point of view for anyone who may not have thought about it in this perspective. I was certainly something I had not thought about at all until I watched Blame Truth's video, and he really made me think with it. If you're interested in watching his actual video and hearing him talk about it yourself, I'm going to link his video in the description below so that you can get to it easily. Let me know in the comment section below if you are for or against kill streaks being added into the game, and give me your reasons why. Like I said, I think I'm good either way. I will use them if they come, and I'll still have a blast if they don't. If you guys enjoyed this video, or it at least made you ponder about different perspective than you may have had before, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new here, and turn those bell notifications on if you want to know every time I post a new video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Preach out.